Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faridul. I'm from Statistics 50 English Department, University of PGRI Semarang. Now I will explain to you what is experimental design research. There are three kinds of experimental design research. The first is pre-experimental design, number two is true experimental design, and the last is quasi-experimental design. Let's see number one. Pre-experimental design is the simplest form of research design. There are three types of pre-experimental. The first is one-shot case study design. A single group is studied at a single point in time after some treatment that is presumed to have caused change. The carefully studied single instance is compared to general expectations of what the case would have looked like had the treatment not occurred, and to other events casually observed. The second is one group pretest post-test design. A single case is observed of two part points, one before the treatment and one after the treatment. Change in the outcome of interest are presumed to be a result of the intervention or treatment. And the third is static group comparison. A group that has experienced some treatment is compared with one that has not observed. Differences between the two groups are assumed to be a result of a treatment. The advantages of pre-experimental as exploratory approaches: it can be a cost-effective way to discern whether a potential explanation is worthy of further investigation. And the disadvantages of pre-experimental is overview advantages, since it is often difficult or impossible to have alternative explanation. The nearly insurmountable threats to the validity are clearly the most important disadvantages of pre-experimental research design. We go to the number two. True experimental design, characterized by the random selection of participants and the random assignment of the participants to groups in the study. There are several types of the true experimental design: post-test only design, pre-test post-test only design, Solomon four-group design, vectorial design, randomized plot design, and then crossover design, or we can call it repeat methods design. True experimental design have four elements. There are manipulation, control, random assignment, and random selection. The advantages of true experimental design is the result can be statistically analyzed. It's also much easier for other researchers to replicate the experiment and validate the results. The disadvantages of the true experimental design: it can be too accurate and it's very difficult to obtain the complete dissection. True experiments are also difficult and expensive to set up. They can also be impractical. The last is quasi-experimental design. It is research that resembles experimental research but not true experiment. It most likely to be conducted in field setting in which random assignment is difficult. The different kinds of quasi-experimental is non-equivalent group design, pre-test post-test design, improved time series design, and combination design. So there are kinds of experimental research design: pre-experiment, through experiment, and quasi-experiment. Thanks for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.